but net. Corner for Pierre. She'll try a three. Knocks it in. Corner for Shallow. She'll take it in off the window. Good evening and welcome inside the Simply Financial Athletic Center for OCAA women's basketball between the Niagara College Knights and the Sheridan Bruins. The second matchup of the season series. These two teams faced off in late October, and this one here today, MJ, certainly has playoff implications at it. These two teams currently tied for the 8th seed, both with 3 games remaining. Of course, the top 8 teams out west make the postseason. Sheridan has lost 7 straight, NC losing 4 straight, MJ. And whoever can win this game here today will certainly boost their odds of making the postseason.
Yep, both teams looking to break those cold streaks, get themselves closer to a secured playoff berth.
Redeemer is currently the 7th seed at 3-10. Sheridan at 2-11. Niagara 2-11 as well. Sheridan has the tiebreaker as of now, as they won the previous matchup, and NC looks to split the season series. If you look at the remaining schedule out of these teams that are left, Redeemer has Humber on the road, Lambton at home, and St. Clair. Sheridan at Niagara, at Mohawk, at Humber, Niagara at Sheridan, at Conestoga, at Fanshawe. If Sheridan wants to get into this postseason, they're going to have to win here today and probably take down one of Mohawk or Humber.
It's a tough road ahead, both teams.
And tonight here, of course, being senior night for our NC Knights. And we'll honor Aliyah Omar Bujak, Sweetie Volsi Champagne, Asia Strawn, and Lexus Bell, all returning players from last season's team, which was a powerhouse out west. Of course, Lexus Bell, a 2-time bronze medalist with the NC Knights, most recently being in 2024, of course in 2022 as well. As we're just moments away from the senior night ceremonies here from the Simply Financial Athletic Center. Of course, MJ, a week ago here today we held them for volleyball, and now it's our turn for basketball.
The land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabe peoples, who may continue to live and work here today. We commit to honoring both of these tribes and peoples as we continue the tradition of the sport on the land. Every year, we honor the students and athletes who are playing their final year as Niagara College Knight and congratulate them for their athletic and academic achievements during their time as a Knight. Being recognized tonight from the women's basketball team are Ali Omar Bojak, Sweetie Ann Voles Champagne, Aliyah Pereira, Lyric Shallow, Aisha Strong, and Lexus Bell. Please join me in welcoming the head coach of the women's basketball team, Ali Columbus, as well as Dr. Chris McGareth, Vice President of Students, to present our graduating players with a token of appreciation for their first time spent in a Knight uniform.
Okay, so hi everybody. Today we have the opportunity to celebrate 6 senior players who will be graduating from their respective Niagara College programs. I've only known these players for roughly 6-8 months, but one thing I can say with ease on behalf of this coaching staff is that each one of you will leave a lasting impact, and they will be relationships that we cherish as you move forwards. We have no doubt that you will go on all to be positive members of the community and continue to be great representatives of this program as alum of Niagara College women's basketball. So, starting it off, we'll go with Alia Omar Bujak from Toronto, Ontario. I don't know, stand up, but I'll keep talking. So, perhaps against initial wishes, I tracked you down in the hallways and asked you to come onto this team. You accepted, and for that I'm grateful. You showed unwavering commitment to this program, showed up every day ready to practice or play. No matter the drill or matchup, you approached every challenge as an opportunity to outwork someone else on this court. Alia will be graduating from the paramedic program, and I truly believe her strong work ethic, collaborative spirit, and resilience will make her a successful and highly valued professional in this field. Good luck with your future career, and thank you for your time and commitment to this program. Okay, up next, Up next we have Sweetie Ann Volsey Champagne. It took me a minute. From Edmonton, Alberta. So to have this be your first year playing on this court after rehabbing from an intensive shoulder surgery, I'm honored to be your coach and support you throughout this process. Despite various challenges, you approached every setback with such a positive outlook. The energy and readiness to play that you brought onto this team is admirable and speaks to the type of caring person that you are. Sweetie also occupied a manager role with this team, and as someone who regularly handled stinky jerseys and gear, you did it with such grace. Sweetie is graduating from the Child and Youth Care program. I'm sure those kids at your outdoor placement will miss you, but I know that we will too. I'm confident that you will make a meaningful impact in your field. Sweetie, make sure you're listening. I love ya. Wishing you all the best moving forward, and thank you for your time and commitment to this program. In it or no? Next up, Aaliyah Pereira from Hamilton, Ontario. My fellow Hamiltonian, to see you get on that court every time with grit, defensive effort, three-point shooting abilities at depth, and just unmatched athletic abilities, it has been a delight to watch. You managed to pull off some unthinkable and, quite frankly, unlikely passes, shots, and finishes. This past season, you have tallied games with 40 and even 50% shooting percentages from the three. Your progress in defensive abilities, court vision, and confidence has been notable. But perhaps more importantly, the kind of teammate that I've seen you be is impeccable. Your energy and excitement for others is so visibly impactful. Aaliyah is graduating from the Police Foundations program, and I know you will go on to do great things. Thank you for your time and commitment to this program. Okay, Lyric Shallow from Barrie, Ontario. You came to Niagara College right around the same time that I did. After some already impressive performances at Sheridan in the previous season, you came to Niagara and demonstrated your ability to consistently and reliably be a strong presence on this court. You showed up every single day with an infectious positivity that was evident in both your attitude and your body language. You were undoubtedly a leader by example and did everything on this court with intention. I have never had to ask for effort, and to me, that is one of the greatest things as a coach. A little quiet at times, but those impressive stat lines are hard to miss. This season, you have maintained a standard of averaging 6 rebounds per game, 40% from the field, 30.8% three-point shooting percentage, and 16 points per game. Yeah. Okay, most notably so far, a career high game with 29 points, adding in 66% three-point shooting percentage, 9 rebounds and 5 assists in last week's game. Lyric will be graduating from the Community and Justice Services program at Niagara College. I have no doubt that your strengths as an athlete will positively benefit you in your future career path. Wishing you the best of luck, and thank you for your time and commitment to this program. Our next honoree, Asia Strawn from Nassau, Bahamas. I felt like it took me a little bit to gauge whether Asia liked me as a coach. I'll be honest, I'm still unsure, but I'm feeling like a little bit more happy about it. I think that speaks to the mental toughness and intention that she carries into her game. At no point throughout this season did she falter or doubt our capabilities as a team. You stepped up and led this group on and off the court in a year with a lot of changes and uncertainties. Your insight and understanding of the game continues to be such an asset. I look forward to seeing you transition to the coaching side and help athletes in the same way that you did with teammates. As a fifth-year player, you exhibited so much strength and basketball-specific skills on the court that you've developed from your time at Sheridan, JUCOs, and now Niagara College. You contribute so much more than that stat line ever indicates. As Asia graduates from the electronics engineering program, her intelligence, confidence, and ability to rise to every opportunity will carry her far in whatever she takes on next. Thank you for your time and commitment to this program. Okay, and finally, last one up, our 5-year Niagara College player and local talent, Lexis Bell from St. Catharines, Ontario. The women's team, while you were at Niagara College, has exhibited lots of changes, but you have been a stable presence over the years. You've been adaptable with different coaches, styles of play, expectations, and this year in particular, you've stepped up in a vocal leadership role. You don't shy away from a challenge, even when a ref is waiting to give you a technical, but that in itself is impressive. Standing strong with a group of players beside you and fighting through all the battles. Your energy is always unmatched and you keep things exciting. The full impact of your contributions to this program over the years truly goes beyond what can be measured. Lex previously obtained a General Arts and Science diploma, and in addition will now be graduating from the Community and Justice Services program. There is no doubt that you will go on to achieve great things and be successful. The growth you've had, not only as a player, but as a person, will take you far in life. I hope that you are brought with a smile as you reflect on your time with the women's basketball team and all those you've crossed paths with. Thank you for your time and commitment to this program. Everyone please join me in one final time as we congratulate and celebrate these seniors and their successes at Niagara College.
So the senior night celebrations just finishing up here at the Simply Financial Athletic Center, just a few moments away from first tip. And this one, of course, our 6 seniors, Sweetie Volsi-Champagne, Aaliyah Pereira, Alexis Bell, Aaliyah, Omar Bujak, and Alexis Bell. A bunch of those players from last year's team and even the 24 team. And one of the seniors, Lyric Shallow, who came over from Sheridan last season, has been so good. You can see the graphic there, 29 points and shot 6 of 9 from downtown, MJ. And you look at the stats in her resume from this season, she's 5th in the OCAA in points per game, 1st in total points, 2nd in points per game in the Western Division. You have to think, if it weren't for her team's record, she might have a chance for the most valuable player.
Oh, for sure. The Knights have struggled largely offensively, but Lyric has not. Lyric has produced all season long.
16.2 points per game. And I think one thing that's really underrated about her game is her defense and rebounding. 5.9 rebounds per game, 1.5 steals, 1.8 steals per game on 40.6, 36.8, 75.4 splits. 8th most made three-pointers, 4th most made free throws, and the 7th best free throws at 7th most free throws attempted. A true 3-level scorer as she goes against her former team here for the 2nd time this season. There's a look at Asia Strawn on your screen. Another one of these senior players. And we're looking on the other side of things. Stephanie Blair had a big game against Lambton, had 13 points and 6 rebounds, had 3 straight games of 10 points or more in a row before her performance against Lambton this past weekend. On the season, 5.8 points, 5 boards, 1 steal, 1 assist, 1.1 blocks. A Swiss Army knife, MJ, for this struggling Sheridan Maroons teams. If they want to get this win here today, it's going to have to go through Stephanie Blair.
Yeah, both teams hungry for the win, and Blair will definitely be a key for success for the Bruins this evening.
Sheridan's going to need to get a boost out of Jaharza Brown-Francis, whose three-point percentage on the season has continued to decline. She shot 30.8% in October, 40.9% in November, and then a subpar 27.3% in the month of January on her season. The second-year guard from Paris, Ontario, is averaging 7.3 points, 4.2 boards, 1.5 assists, 2 steals, 27.1, 35.4, 42.4 splits. And on your screen, you just saw Juliana Leverton Stewart, who had a career-high 6 points and 3 offensive rebounds this past weekend against Lambton from Burlington, Ontario. Sheridan has lost now 7 in a row, and we talked about their schedule going forward. It's not going to get any easier. Of course, NC here today, then on the road against Mohawk, and then back at home against Humber. If they want to make the postseason, MJ, they're going to have to win here today. Probably take one of these other 2 games and get a little bit of luck from NC and Redeemer.
The Knights are going to need some momentum going into the playoffs, provided they make the playoffs, that's for sure.
NC has 3 more games to tune up before a potential postseason run. including 2 here at home. Of course, here today against Sheridan, and then next weekend against the Fanshawe Falcons, where they'll wrap up the season series. Just moments away from the national anthem here from the Simply Financial Athletic Center. And, of course, a bunch of our seniors in the starting lineup here today. Emma Venditelli, who had struggled in the month of January, had back-to-back games with 9 points, shooting 80% from the charity stripe. She played 39 minutes against Redeemer, MJ. We've talked so much about the short rotation. She's going to get a lot of minutes here today, probably over 35 plus. She played 40 minutes against Humber earlier this season.
It'll be interesting to see how Coach Columbus manages her roster this evening, given that she's a little bit short benched.
As we're just moments away from the playing of our national anthem here at the Simply Financial Athletic Center.
For viewers at home, we were treated this evening to the bespoke version of OCAA that we've only heard a couple of times throughout the season.
As we'll get the starting lineups will be introduced for the visiting Sheridan Bruins, including Caitlin Killar, Michelle Baranova, Bianca Vinta, Stephanie Flair, and Gerarza Brown Francis. For the visiting Sheridan Bruins, as we mentioned, MJ, they've lost 7 in a row. Their rebounding is at a good clip at 52 rebounds per game. But the thing is, they also give up a lot of rebounds. The second worst rebound differential at negative 10.5. The only team that's below them is NC at negative 13.5 rebounds. And one thing to note on the rebounding front of things, no Kira Teske here today. She is inactive with an injury. You can see her on the left of your screen as the starting lineup set to be introduced for the Niagara College Knights, including Sweetie Ann Volsey Champagne, Aaliyah Pereira, Alexis Bell, Asia Strawn, and Lyric Shallow. Of course, all senior players.
At number 3, we have Aaliyah
Kind of a
Pereira.
tradition. Of course, MJ, all your seniors starting. We'll have to see if they get subbed out early on. But of course, no Kira Teske and no Emma Laslock here today, so a shorthanded lineup as we've seen all season long, MJ. And it's going to be a tough task, but if you want to make the postseason, you're going to have to beat a not-so-great Sheridan team.
Both teams' backs are against the wall, which makes them both dangerous, as the men experienced firsthand on Sunday against Canadore. Just because a team has a less than stellar record does not mean they cannot make a run.
Our men's team will be starting their game at a little bit over 8 o'clock. It's senior night for our men's basketball team as well, as we're just moments away from tip-off. I think some confusion amongst Lexus and Asia Strawn. It'll be Asia on the tip as it's brought down by Strawn. Strong hands it off for Pereira. Screen set by Bell. Pereira over for Shallow. Defended by Cattler. Screen. Now back with Bell. Deep three and a deep make. Alexis Bell, the 16% three-point shooter, makes a deep three. And I mean, if you're Sheridan, you have to live with that result.
That one was from the Niagara Lake campus.
Some good defense from Swede. As now, and it's back with Vinta. Blair into the corner as the runner is up, bouncing around, and in the first 2 points for the Bruins. Now here's Shallow. Shallow drives in off the window, can't finish, as the board is brought down by Blair. Caller, defended by Volsey Champagne. Beautiful dish as Baranova lays it up and in. And now some pressure out of the Bruins. Bell off the hands of a Bruin and turned over. And now here's Vinta. Over now with Brown Francis. Driving in on Shallow. With the left off the window. Rebound picked up. And can't finish as it's back now with Pereira. Alexis Bell calling for the screen. She'll take it in. She gets doubled and turns it over to Caller. Caller in transition. Looking for Brown Francis. That'll be a turnover on the fast break.
Knight's getting lucky on that one.
We'll see Emma Venditelli come into this game for Sweetie Volsey Champagne. Not totally surprising, MJ, of course. Venditelli, one of the leaders of this team in minutes played as the full court pressure gets broken. Venditelli in the corner off the side of the rim, brought down by Pereira. She'll try the three, and that one's too short and brought down by Baranova.
Almost gathers her own rebound.
Caller, defended by Venditelli. Now here's Blair. Blair driving in on Pereira. Bounce pass in for Brown Francis. Too strong. Shallow had her hands on it, and it's kicked out. Now with Blair, the three. No good off the window, as it's now with Strong. Blair has only shot 15 threes all season long, converting at a 20% clip. As now it's given over with Pereira. Into the paint now, Venditelli. Bounce pass in for Bell. As she'll put it up, no good. And Venditelli gets the rebound. Shallow. She'll try the jump shot from the elbow. It's no good and brought down by Vinta.
Lyric almost managed to save that one. One thing that'll be important for Lyric for this game is she's had a bit of difficulty with fouls throughout the course of the season, so ideally she'll avoid those unnecessary fouls this evening.
Into the half court. Now with Griffith off the bench. Elbow jump shot pulled down by Strong. As now it's over with the rookie Venditelli. Venditelli kicking out, and she'll pick up. It'll be a defensive foul, pardon me. It'll be NC ball side out, as we'll see Lily Brown come into the game for Leah Pereira, who made her first career start against Redeemer last week. Venditelli off the window, and no good. Brown getting her hands on it as she looks for Bell, and it's turned over. Griffith, defended by Bell. Good hands at Alexis Bell as she nearly loses it, keeps it, puts it up, and one for Alexis Bell. Through the contact, she's fired up.
She stuck with that play the whole way through.
Her first game in over 2 weeks. Her last appearance was on the road on the 17th against the Lambton Lions. As the free throw is no good, brought down by Strawn. Out for Bell. She'll try the three. No good. A chance at a 5-point play.
Almost, yeah, big
MJ.
swing.
I don't think you see that very often. Callard gets fouled. It'll be 2 free throws for Caitlin Callard, a 61% free throw shooter on the season. The first is good, as the second is pure. Sheridan now back on top.
Not a lot of fouls early going in this game.
Strong getting pressured in the full court, as Strong now calling for the screen. Shallow on the elbow. Good defense as it's taken away by Brown Francis. Brown Francis puts it up and no good in the hands of Venditelli, as will get a foul to be side out with the Bruins. And that's one thing, MJ, that Lyric does struggle with, is turning the ball over. Has had her issues throughout the season.
As the saying goes, high risk, high reward, but high risk also high probability.
This full court pressure continues off of the foot of Griffith as it's kept up by Brown Francis. Driving in is Wu, puts it up as Brown picks up the rebound. Strawn nearly loses it as the foul was going to go on Leverton Stewart. That'll be her first.
Niagara almost in the bonus.
Venditelli takes a bump. She'll kick out for Shallow, open for three. And no good, rebound brought down by Blair. Brown Francis past half court, now here's Griffith. Griffith driving in. She'll take it up, gets rejected by Lily Brown. As it'll go with NC with a little over 5 minutes left in this first.
Alexis Bell doing a great job of throwing that ball off the Bruin defender.
Lex with a quick 5 points in the early goings, averaging 8 points per game. Now here's Strawn wide open for three. As it's short, Brown with the rebound. The putback shot is up and in. Lily Brown had a career high 8 points and 10 rebounds last week. She gets her first field goal of the day. As Pereira will come back in for Lily Brown.
One thing the Knights have to do a better job of in this game is not shooting themselves out of the game with missed threes.
Omar Bujak will check into this game. As now it's Leverton Stewart, gives this one away to Pereira. Pereira now with a chance to run. Pereira puts it up off the window and in. NC with the biggest lead of the evening. Here's Stewart driving in. As the rebound brought down by Strong. Screen set by Pereira in the back court. Over for Venditelli. Venditelli gets bumped, no call. It'll be side out. It'll stay with NC 8 on the shot clock. Caitlin Calloy will come into the game for Brown Francis. Venditelli 7 on the shot clock. Venditelli top of the key looking for Omar Bujak. 3 on the shot clock. She'll have to jack it up as it's no good bouncing and kept by Caller. Omar Bujak only attempting 5 threes before today. She nearly gets her hands on that steal. Mishandled, and now back with Strong. Vanditelli on that wing, driving in, bounce pass, beautiful dish from the rookie, finding Omar Bujak. Taken away as Shallow puts it up and in.
You got to think a timeout might be on the way for the Bruins.
NC up by 7, as now Caller will put up the 3, no good, and Pereira brings down the board. Vanditelli nearly loses it. She'll try the spoon move, put it up with the left, and can't finish as it's nearly picked up by Shallow. And back over here with Griffith. Griffith asking for the screen, won't get it, defended by Pereira. Kicked out, open is Wu, defended by Strawn. Wu will put up the floater way short as it's picked up by Strawn.
Knights looking to push.
Here's Strawn, over for Shallow, open for 3 as she knocks down her first of the game. NC up by double digits.
Bruins looking to make a whole lineup change in a minute.
Here's Griffith. Top of the key, defended by Pereira. She'll try the tray as she responds, halting this NC run as the full court pressure continues. Shallow loses it. It'll be a turnover.
They were a little too enthusiastic on that drive.
Lyric already with 5 points. NC with 5 players with made field goals, as Coach Lopez is going to need a timeout. And to my previous point, Asia Strawn already with 6 boards. Lexus Bell 5 points, including a made 3 from, like what you said, from the Noddle campus. Lyric Shallow 5 points as well. And it's been a well-balanced attack from this NC group. And you can see Coach Lopez is incensed with his group.
We're looking at Coach Columbus right now, who, if you're her, you might want to suggest to your team to dial back the 3 attempts.
We'll take a look at that 3 from Lexus Bell.
She had to get on the bus for that one.
And was probably 4 or 5 steps from the 3-point line. Not really known as a great 3-point shooter. I mentioned 16.7% from 3 on the season. And I mean, if you're Sheridan, those are the shots you want her to take, and if she makes it, so be it. Niagara, you mentioned taking a lot of 3s here today. Niagara shooting 2 of 8 from downtown. NC has the 5th best 3-point percentage in the OCAA and the 3rd most made field goals. NC this season has really lived and died by their 3.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, they can sometimes shoot themselves into games or shoot themselves out of games based on their 3s.
Niagara's been able to shoot themselves into this game as it's in the corner with Richards. Richards loses it, colliding with Omar Bujak.
I think that was off a FUD.
It'll stay with the Bruins with 7 on the shot clock. It'll be Leverton Stewart. Out for Caller. 5 on the shot clock. Open from mid-range as the shot's no good. Nearly into the hands of Stewart as it's yard free, and now back with Blair.
I think we got a reach and foul right there.
Eight seconds on the shot clock. Open in the corner is Caller, no good. Vanditelli with the board. Chance to run now for the rookie, finding Shallow, who gets rejected on the chase down. And now here's Leverton Stewart. Defended by Bell, a nice move. She has to pick up her dribble. Now here's Caller. Caller puts it up as Shallow will pick up the foul. That's her first.
They were getting burned on both ends just there.
The first is good. Caller, the 61.3% free throw shooter, as that one decides to go down.
Made a couple trips around the rim.
Now here's Bell, calling for the screen. With 3 blue jerseys on her, she'll turn it over. And now here's Leverton Stewart. She'll put it up and in. And all of a sudden, Sheridan has this one within 3.
Yeah, I think Coach Lopez made the correct adjustments out of his timeout.
Pereira hands it off for Shallow. Screen set by Omar Bujak. Shallow puts it up and gets rejected by Blair. Maybe 2-for-1 chance now for Sheridan.
2 rejections in a row for Shallow.
Caller puts it up and no good. Rebound picked up and put back in by Stephanie Blair.
Great hustle by Blair right there.
Now here's Vendatelli. 16 on the game clock. Shot clock turned off. Vendatelli into the corner. Shallow for 3. No good. Omar Bujak with the offensive board. She'll put it up with the left. And now a chance for Sheridan to take the lead. Caller puts it up. I don't think she realized until it was too late how little time was left on the game clock.
Keller initially had time to pass it, but like you mentioned, she was not aware of the clock.
NC up by 1 point. They were up by as many as 10. 5 players with field goals here so far. Alexis Bell, Lyric Shallow, Aaliyah Pereira, Lily Brown, and Leah Omar Bujak, all with made field goals. And of course, Asia Strawn with 6 rebounds. As we'll take a look at one of our baskets from NC. Alexis Bell getting that steal.
Sticking with it the whole time. She almost lost that, but she said not today.
And it finishes through the contact. Lyric Shallow already, MJ, with 8 field goals attempted. The Sheridan defense has really shut Shallow down. She's turned the ball over a few times, and of course with missing 8 field goals, if she has, you think, okay, 5 points in a quarter for Sheridan, you'll definitely take that. I mean, she's been so good for NC. She had obviously her career high in points just the other day, 5th in the OCAA in points per game.
And this is something the Knights have experienced all season long. They've been hit or miss with their offense, and they've really struggled to find a consistent identity.
NC with the 7th best field goal percentage in the Western Division at just under 31%. Their opponents is dead last in the West at 30.5%. NC shooting 31.8% from the floor, 22.2 from the line. Sheridan 27.8 from the floor, and 1 of 4 from downtown. As now it's over here with Blair on the wing. Blair gets past Brown and puts it off the window and in.
Finds the seam.
And the first lead now of this one for the Bruins. Bell steps into it, pulls up from the elbow, and cans it. Alexis Bell with 7 early points.
I do enjoy a step into.
Caller had to stop her dribble. Ashley give it over with Vinta. Handoff 3 is no good. Pereira on the glass. As she gets hounded by Blair. And now here's Bell.
1 and 4.
Bell asking for the handoff, screen set by Lexus. Shallow, a deep 2 contested at that, gets her board and puts it up and in. Shallow up to 7 points as the full court pressure continues. Vendatelli nearly got her hands on it. as now Vinta will slow things down. Caller defended by Shallow. Here's Stewart. She gets fouled by Pereira. It'll be side out.
Coach Lopez changing the lineup a little bit.
A brief stoppage as we're set here to go in the corner. Now with Brown Francis. Defended by Shallow. Vinta kicked out. And the runner bounces up and in for Zarifa Richards. As Bell now inbounds here for Pereira. Shallow in the corner for three. No good. Brown had her hands on it as the board is brought down by Baranova.
I think Brown might also been open in that sequence.
Screen gets set by Baranova. It's out of bounds off the foot of Pereira. 14 on the shot clock. It'll be Asia Strawn and Aaliyah Omar Bujak checking into this game for Shallow and Brown. At the top of the key, it's up by Richards, off the glass and in.
I did not hear the bank call on that one.
Zafira Richards shooting 4 of 28 from downtown this season. Now here comes Vendatelli. Kicked out for Bell, open for three. No good. Bujak with the offensive rebound. Bell, she'll try her luck as it's no good. A bunch of missed threes from NC. Some good looks at that as it's picked off by Omar Bujak. Bujak gets hit. She puts it up, no good. Pereira on the offensive board as we're knotted up here at 22.
Great job of cleaning up right there with the board.
NC with 9 offensive rebounds here so far as it's put up with the runner, no good. Rebound by Pereira. Pereira fakes the pass up with the left, no good. Vendatelli on the glass, who puts it up and in. Vendatelli with her first field goal of the day. In the corner as the three is no good. Rebound brought down by Baranova. Pass intended for Griffith. It'll be a dead ball turnover. NC ball as this full court pressure continues. Intended for Bell, given away now with Richards, who can't finish, put back up and in.
Gonna be a walk.
Strong gets called for the travel. And NC is gonna need to call a timeout. NC had some momentum there, MJ, and literally in the blink of an eye, they lost it all with that turnover. And of course, with Asia Strawn's travel, both these teams knotted up at 24. Lexus Bell with 7 points in the early goings. Aaliyah Pereira already with 5 rebounds. She's been an absolute menace on the glass.
Mental errors really being the undoing of the Knights the last little bit.
Michelle Baranova for the Bruins with 5 rebounds. Brown Francis with 4 boards. Richards with 5 points, including that 3 off the glass. We'll take a look at a steal from the Knights. As now top of the key, it's Vinta. Blair drives in on Omar Bujak, pops out, rebound by Brown Francis. Good hands from Bell. Well, nearly get the steal. It'll be a jump ball in favor of Niagara College. It'll be side out in favor of NC. Vendatelli now through the half court. Out for Bujak. Thought about it. She'll give out for Pereira in the corner for three. No good. Bujak trying to get on the glass as Pereira keeps it alive. But it'll be a turnover. NC now 2 of 12 from downtown in this one. Here's Brown Francis. Brown Francis looking for Vinta. She'll put it up with the right. Too strong as the pass out of the reach, but kept by Vendatelli. Omar Bujak with the cut and the basket. Vendatelli dropping dimes. As now Griffith gets pressured by Pereira. Griffith driving in the corner, now with Blair. Brown Francis, as she's gonna get called for the travel. It'll be side out for NC.
Moving forward, if you're NC, you might want to consider maybe a couple step-in twos that you make, and then go back to the threes.
Asia Strawn still looking for her first points of the afternoon. Passes out of it for Vendatelli in the corner. It's nothing but net for Emma Vendatelli. Her first made three of the evening. Pereira with great pressure on Griffiths as she gets fouled. It'll be Shallow coming into this game for Aaliyah Pereira. That's her first. First is no good for Griffith. As the second is pure. Here comes Strong. Strong out in the corner. Omar Bujak, she'll try the three. It's off the back of the rim and brought down by Brown Francis. Stretch pass for Blair is blown at the rim. And now it's back over for Strong. Nice pass for Shallow, who can't finish through contact. But a chance for Shallow.
Almost gets the three-point play.
She'll have her first trip at the stripe here in this one on the season. A 75.4% free throw shooter, as that'll go up as she makes her first. The second is no good. Bell had her hands on it, and as it's brought down by Brown Francis. Off the hands of Strong, she'll get the steal. Bell spinning, nobody there. As I think Coach Columbus wanted to get a shot up.
Yeah, good thing there's not intentional grounding in basketball. Because outside of Coach Columbus, there was nobody in the ballpark for that one.
15-yard penalty.
And we're just going to take a moment because I think the floor needs a little cleaning, per the ref.
Seahawks or Patriots, MJ?
Oh, Patriots. Beantown, baby.
The full court pressure continues from Emma Vendatelli. 18 seconds on the shot clock as Brown Francis gets it past half court. Brown Francis with a wide open lane to the rim. May have gotten whacked by Bell. As now here comes Strong.
Knight's having a tough night in the paint defensively.
Strong hands it off for Shallow. Gets doubled off the foot of Brown Francis. As we'll see a couple of subs for the Bruins.
Smart play by Shallow, because I'm pretty sure she picked up her dribble there.
Here's Brown. Kicking out for Bell. Thought about the three. She'll take it in. Loses it. Off the hands of Brown. Looking for Venditelli. Fell asleep at the wheel. Now here's Brown Francis. Brown Francis is going to get called for the travel. I think Venditelli thought she was going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, that's from here. That's what it looked like as well, but it's not the case.
It'll be NC ball. 18 on the shot clock here with Strawn. Strawn still looking for her first points of the evening. Venditelli thought about the three. She'll take it in, gets bumped, and won't get a call. The third chance is up and in for Lily Brown.
Brown clean it up at the rack.
Brown with her first field goal of the day. A deep three is short by Brown Francis, and now here's Strawn. Fake the pass, lays it up and in with the Euro.
Little razzle dazzle.
That's Strawn's first field goal of the game. 7 boards and 2 assists. As now here comes Brown Francis, nearly loses it. As Strawn will pick up her first foul of the evening. The third on NC in this second quarter.
One looked like it might have been a double dribble, but I'm not the ref.
We have number 4 and number 23 substituting for Sheridan.
Let's go white.
And once again, the floor needing a little swiffering after the play.
We got a timeout for the night.
As Coach Columbus is going to use her final timeout of this first half. 1 timeout remaining for Coach Brian Lopez, as NC has been able to weather the storm here in this second quarter, outscoring Sheridan 18-12. It's been Lexis Bell who's been active on both sides of the ball. 3 of 7 from the floor, including a steal. 7 points in the early goings. There's a look at Coach Columbus talking to her troops in this, I don't want to say must win, but
Very important to win.
as close to a must-win game as you'll get throughout the regular season. Of course, these two teams currently tied for the 8th seed. Sheridan with the tiebreaker as they won the opening match of the season series. And the team who currently holds the 7th seed is Redeemer, who plays Humber at Humber tonight. And then they have Lambton St. Clair. Sheridan at Mohawk versus Humber. NC at Conestoga and at Fanshawe. To wrap up the season, 2 of those 3 teams will make the postseason. Opponents TBD. Of course, Leverton Stewart puts it up with the left, bounces around off the hands of Baranova, and now a chance to run with Shallow, as it'll stay with NC off of one of the Bruins.
I'm not so sure that was enough lyric, but Knights will take it.
Bounce pass in for Strawn, a beauty, but she can't finish. Good hands from Lexis Bell in the half court, as Lexis will pick up her second personal of the game, and now Sheridan 1 foul away from being in the bonus.
Lexis a little too enthusiastic defensively right there.
Lexis's first game since the 17th of January at St. Clair. And now a chance here with Strawn. Strawn, pull up from the elbow is pure from the Bahamas native. NC up by 9.
Like I've been saying all evening, maybe invest in some made 2s as opposed to missed 3s.
Pick and roll is turned over, and now with Venditelli, she'll get fouled.
Great stutter step by Venditelli to pick up that foul.
It'll be Bell who will have a seat for Sweetie Volsi Champagne, who started this one here today. Played the first couple of minutes and has been on the bench since, as it's in for Brown. Looking for Vendatelli, driving in with the left. Can't finish. Brown on the board, gets stripped by Caller. 3-on-2 now with the Bruins. Caller thought about the pull-up three. Good contest from Vendatelli, wide open. Was Vinta, no good. Here's Volsi Champagne with the left. And Sweetie gets the layup to go. Now NC with their biggest lead. Leverton Stewart gets swarmed by Vendatelli, who'll pick up the steal. Here's Vendatelli with the left. As Coach Lopez is going to need a timeout. The NC sideline fired up.
Vendatelli really coming alive in the second quarter.
Vendatelli with 7 points and 6 boards, 3 assists in this one here so far.
And at least 1 steal just there.
Of course, those numbers really stand out to you, MJ. But like you just said, the steals and the defense has been prevalent here today, not just by her, but of course by Lexus Bell, Aaliyah Pereira, and Asia Strawn in this one. And I mean, you could even throw Lily Brown in that category as well.
Yeah, and Lily Brown, I think, is an asset for the Knights. If they can get her going down in the post, she shows plenty of signs of life.
Lily Brown, the 6-foot center from St. Catharines. We'll take a look at a dime from Emma Vendatelli. To Omar Bujak. I think Vendatelli is kind of an underrated passer. We know she can score and shoot the three this year. Just under 3 assists per game, already above her season average in 18 minutes. It'll be Sheridan ball out of the timeout, down by 13. NC outscoring Sheridan by a score of 24-12.
That pass almost got away.
Vinta puts it up, gets her own rebound. She'll try again, no good. Baranova, third chance, is up and in. As now Shallow, with less than a minute left, finds Volsi Champagne. Volsi Champagne defended by Vinta. Looking for Strawn, into the post. Omar Bujak, 10 on the shot clock. Omar Bujak from the free throw line, too strong, off the hands, and picked back up by Volsi Champagne. Vendatelli thought about the three. She'll drive out for Omar Bujak, as Emma will pick up the offensive foul. It won't be free throws for Sheridan, but that's 5 personal fouls on NC in the quarter.
Love the ball movement on that sequence, but I think that somebody should have pulled the trigger, maybe a pass or two earlier.
Vendatelli's second personal. And now here's Caller. 9-second game clock, shot clock differential. Here's Vinta driving in on Vendatelli. 8 on the shot clock. Vinta puts it up off the window and in. Here's Strawn, defended by Wu, as she gets fouled. Strawn a little bit shaken up after that collision.
See Coach Lopez right now, deep in thought. Bruins looking to huddle for a moment while they have the chance.
6.8 seconds left in this third quarter. Sheridan on a quick 4-0 run. They were down by as many as 13, now down only here by 9 with 2 seconds here left to go. It's been an offensive explosion here today. Both teams have a subpar defense and struggle on the glass, but it's been an offensive explosion in this one. Sheridan averaging 53.7 points per game, which is last in the Western Conference and 15th in the association. For NC, about an average offense in the East at 58.7 points per game. As Strawn able to walk it off. We'll see if she can return in this second half.
Nice, you're gonna have to put this one up fast.
Pereira to inbound. Here's Venditelli. Gets through contact and gets bumped hard. It'll be side out. That was their foul to give. It'll be Volsi Champagne to inbound, as we'll quickly see Stephanie Blair check into this game.
Coach Lopez making a defensive sub.
Shallow, I believe, will pick up a foul off the ball, which will result in a free throw. Pardon me, just a turnover. That's Shallow's second.
Not how you want to wind down the half.
3 seconds on the game clock. The three's put up. As we'll see a foul, I believe, on Venditelli trying to get over the screen.
Don't think Venditelli agrees with that one.
It'll be 2 free throws for Stephanie Blair. Just under 60% on the season from the stripe. That's her first free throw of the game. Make that her second. NC, I think, called for a lane violation. Doesn't matter, as they made the shot. So 1.1 on the shot clock. Looking for Shallow. She'll put it up. And no good. NC up by 7 after 20 minutes. And a good effort from Sheridan to respond. They were down by as many as 13 and now have it within a 3-possession game here at the Simply Financial Athletic Center. A couple things to tune up. And I mean, for NC, if you want to play devil's advocate, you're up by 7 with Lyric Shallow only shooting 3 of 12 from the floor.
Yeah, and as well, if you maybe take away some of those missed threes and convert them to a couple made twos, this could be a much bigger lead for the Knights.
NC is up by 7. And here, courtside, we'll see the OCAA shot for cash. I think the first time we've had it all season long.
Bit of suspense building up.
As I believe he's won an OCAA bucket hat out of that. It's a pretty sweet bucket.
We should all be so lucky.
We'll step aside for 15 minutes for halftime. NC up by 7. The second half just moments away from beginning as the Knights have been led by Emma Venditelli, especially off of that play. Steal into the basket as we're just a few moments away. Venditelli with 7 points in that first half. Had back-to-back games with 9 points coming into today. Had a bit of a bump in the road in the early parts of January, but has started to really get it going. Venditelli on the season, averaging 7.5 points, 5.6 boards, 2.9 assists, 1.5 steals on 29, 22, 67% splits, and is shooting 80% from the line in her last 2 games, and played 39 minutes against Redeemer in the loss on the road last week, as we're just under a minute away from beginning this second half. Stephanie Blair leading the way for Sheridan with 6 points and 3 boards.
One thing you might notice in that montage was all the made threes from the Knights. But the real story of the evening has been the not made threes for the Knights, who are in the lead despite having a very poor percentage from behind the arc.
NC has made only 3 threes here today compared to Sheridan's only 2. NC has made the 5th most threes in the association coming into today at about 6.2 per. Sorry, the 3rd most makes, 5th best percentage at 25.7%.
We'll see if Coach Columbus has adjusted for that at the halftime.
It'll be Venditelli, Shallow, Bell, Volsi, Champagne, and Pereira to start on defense for the Knights.
And in the background, you can see the men are now in the building getting ready for their game. It will be taking place after this.
Open 3 off the window and no good by Richards as it's into the backcourt. Now is Shallow. Shallow kicking out. One more pass for Bell, who can't knock down the 3. The offensive rebound by Shallow. Pass intercepted, but couldn't keep it in was Caitlin Caller, who's been a pest in the passing lanes here so far in this one. In the first half, here's Venditelli top of the key.
Caller, not somebody to be underestimated.
Bell back for Pereira. One more pass gets picked off, but kept alive by Venditelli as the shot clock goes off. I think the Knights, more in specific, Pereira, thought the buzzer was going to go off.
Yeah, I think she thought it was a turnover.
The clock would have reset as Brown Francis, and it's back out with her. Caller drives in past Lexus Bell. The floater is up and in, and the first points of the second half belong to Caitlin Caller, Pereira out for Volsi Champagne. Shallow driving in, trying to create some space now here with Bell. Shallow with 5 on the shot clock, as I believe it'll be free throws for Lyric Shallow.
I think Lyric might have had a bit of a jam up on the hand in the process of making that shot.
She may have gotten stepped on. It'll be side out. It won't be free throws. It's in for Bell. Bell with the mismatch, puts it up, and she'll go to the line for 2 attempts. Bell already with a trip at the charity stripe, a 58.1% free throw shooter.
Took it strong to the rack.
Bell makes the first, now up to 8 points on the day. Tied with Shallow for the leading scorer of the evening. Now the leading scorer As Richards now inbounding here with Vinta. Vinta over for Stewart. Vinta looking for Blair, but good hands by Vendatelli. And a chance for her to run. Bounce pass for Volsi. Champagne finishing through contact. She'll have a chance for the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
And one.
It'll be one shot for Sweetie, a 35% free throw shooter this season, only on 17 attempts. As it's too strong off the hands of Shallow. It'll stay with NC. Bell looking for a Shallow into the corner. Pereira thought about it. Back with Bell. Bell finding Volsi Champagne. Vendatelli 7 on the shot clock. And no good. And brought down by Blair. Cowler driving, kicking up for Vinta. Richards, defended by Vendatelli. Looking for Cowler on the wing. It'll be a turnover.
A little bit high, that one.
It'll be the rookie guard bringing this one through half court. Here's Shallow. Shallow loses that ball to Vinta. She'll bring it past half. Defended by Bell. Good hands. As they'll be poked out. Man, Lexus's hands have been all over the place this evening. Of course, hasn't played in about 2.5 weeks' time since the 17th against St. Clair. There's Bianca Vinta, the second year from Milton. Cowler back on the wing. Leverton Stewart, 3 on the shot clock. She'll have to put it up. Bounce pass for Cowler. Able to get it off in time. No good. As in pursuit was Blair. Can't bring down the rebound. Good defensive possession out of the Knights.
Yeah, hopefully we see a lot more of that going forward.
Here's Vendatelli driving and kicking up for Bell. Not a great pass. It'll be turned over. The right idea. Alexis Bell, 1 of 5 from downtown here in this one. Of course, shooting 16.7% coming into this season. Right into today. Here's Cowler. Finding Blair. Off the hands of Bell and out of bounds. It'll be 14 on the shot clock.
Blair did not look before she launched that one.
Vinta inbounding here for Cowler. Cowler looking for Stewart. Contested shot off the window and in.
Second bank of the night for the Bruins.
That's Leverton Stewart's first 3 of the season. Certainly as contested as it gets. And a beautiful move out of Vendatelli in response. NC up by 8. Vinta over for Leverton Stewart. Leverton Stewart back for Cowler. She puts it up, no good. On in pursuit was Baranova off the hands of a Knight and out of bounds. As we'll see Asia Strawn come back into this game for Sweetie Volsi Champagne.
Vendatelli lucky to not get a reach in earlier.
Emma already with 3 personal fouls with 16.5 left in this game. The corner 3 is up and no good. Rebound brought down by Wu. Wu out for Cowler. Deep 3 by Stewart is no good. Brought down by Shallow.
I think that one was a failed heat check.
Shallow thought about it. She'll give it out for Bell. Here's Strawn, defended by Blair. Strawn stops up 7 on the shot clock. Pereira, she'll try the tray It's no good. In pursuit of her own board, nearly losing it, was Claire.
Niagara continuing to struggle in the half court.
Wu puts it up. Sheridan struggling in their own right in the half court with the offensive foul. That'll be Kate Wu's first personal. And now Sheridan has committed 4 personals in this third quarter. It'll be free throws for NC the rest of the way. Kicked out Vendatelli, wide open for 3. It's too strong with the rebound. Bell stopping things up, 9 on the shot clock, calling for the screen. Bell loses it, gets it back, puts it up. It'll be Sheridan ball, NC ball.
Alexis Bell getting a warning. Commented upon in the seniors night introduction by Coach Columbus. Alexis Bell not shy to make comments known.
Who gets her pass intercepted? As it's over here, beautiful pass and a beautiful finish out of Lyric Shallow. Now up to double digits. Here's Vinta. Stolen away by Strawn. Chance to run now here with Shallow.
He's got Vendatelli.
Shallow finding Vendatelli off the glass. Nothing but net. And NC now up by 12. Griffith over with Vinta. Griffith pulls up from 3, rattles around, rebound brought down by Vinta. Vinta trying the scoop shot. It's no good. Off the hands of Strong. Strong off of her foot and out of bounds. Had a lane to the cup.
Strong with a little too much head of steam there, driving towards the net.
It'll be Caller giving it over here for Griffith. Vinta open for 3 was Caller, no good. A strong rebound by Shallow. Shallow handing it off for Vendatelli. Kicked up for Pereira. Bell calling for it in the corner. Bell gets it, drives in, loses it. Vendatelli, the 8-footer, is no good as it's brought down by Wu. It'll stay with NC.
Strawn almost managed to pick that one off.
We'll see a substitution. It'll be Lily Brown who comes back into this game for Lexus Bell. A well-deserved rest. Lily with 4 points and 3 boards throughout this one so far. Wu, the jump shot is good on the baseline. Here's Vendatelli looking for Brown off the hands of Caller. And a chance now to run. Caller puts it up as she takes the contact from Pereira. That'll be Aaliyah's second.
Caller's been all over both ends of the court this evening. I think she might be the shortest player on the floor for the evening, but certainly impactful.
Caitlin Caller, the 5'4" product from Burlington, Ontario. As we'll see a sub for the Bruins, it'll be Michelle Baranova coming into the game for Stephanie Blair, the Smith Falls native. NC now up by 9. Aaliyah looking for Brown. Brown in the post, out for Shallow. Thought about it. Now here's Strong. From the baseline, no good, off the hands of Brown and brought down by Vinta. Vinta over with Griffith. Griffith defended by Vendatelli in the corner. Wide open is Katie Wu. And off the hands of Baranova and out of bounds. Here's Vendatelli. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Shallow thought about it in that 2-3 zone. Pereira back for Vendatelli. Shallow on the wing. She'll try the three and make the three. Shallow now up to 13 points per second three of the evening. Here's Wu, kicked out top of the key. Caller drives and kicks. Sidestep for Griffith is no good off of Shallow and picked up by Vendatelli. What a pass to Pereira and looks off Griffith. And that's going to be a timeout for Coach Lopez. I don't think that's how Emma drew that up.
Yeah, not who she was throwing it to, but it worked out.
I think she put up the touchdown celebration when she made that pass. Vendatelli up to 4 assists on the day. A very well-rounded evening, I should say, for the first year from Niagara Falls. 11 points, 7 boards, and 4 assists. 1 of 4 from downtown, 5 of 13 from the floor. NC has had all 8 players who've played here today with field goals. As we'll take a look at Lyric's second three of the evening. And you can't leave her open. Nothing but net from the Barrie native. Lyric this season shooting 36%, 36.8% from three. The 8th most threes made in the association, the 4th best three-point percentage. We talked about it in the Open, MJ. If NC had a better record, she would have a serious case at the most valuable player in the Western Division, and all likelihood will go to Maddie Anderson of the Mohawk Mountaineers. But you can't discredit what Lyric Shallow has done here this season. One of the best scorers and rebounding guards that we have in the association. Beautiful dish is put up and in out of the timeout by Baranova. Here's Vendatelli, top of the key, over for Pereira. Pass back out, one more pass for Shallow with 15 on the shot clock. Vendatelli into the paint for Brown. She'll try the free throw line jump shot. It's no good, brought down by Griffith. Griffith into the corner for Richards. Richards puts it up, difficult shot, brought down by Shallow. Shallow in for Strawn. Vendatelli, she'll pull the trigger. It's no good as it's brought down by Strawn. Pereira wide open for three as she buries the tray. And it's Pereira who had her season high in rebounds the other day, now up to 9 points. Pereira nearly gets the steal. It'll stay with Sheridan, the Hamilton native, averaging 1.2 steals per game.
12 seconds left on the shot clock for the Bruins.
20-second game clock, shot clock differential. It'll be Richards on the inbound. Back now with Richards. Loses it, and now it's here with Pereira. Pereira takes a bump, wanted a call, won't get it. 2-second game clock, shot clock differential. Shallow, she'll try the three and make it her second three of the third quarter. NC with their biggest lead.
Shot clock now off.
Up to 16 points for Lyric Shallow through 3 quarters as it's turned over. It'll stay with Sheridan.
Sheridan's going to have to put this one up real fast.
NC with a foul to give. It's inbounded now here with Richards. Richards drives in. Vendatelli got her hands on it, put up. And too strong by Hayes. But a solid third quarter out of the NC Knights. more than solid, I should say, outscoring Sheridan 21-10. And of course, a couple of threes thanks to Lyric Shallow. We'll take a look at one of them in just a moment.
Bit of a slow start in that second half for the Knights, but they ended the quarter strong.
We mentioned MJ Lyric had kind of a slow first half, shot 3 of 10 as she was wide open. She cans it, but we mentioned she had a slow first 2 quarters and really picked it up with 8 points in the third. And that's the thing with Lyric Shallow is she can kind of just blend in and have a slow first half of the game, and then she'll have a big third quarter like she did there with 8 points, couple of threes, and now NC up by 18, firmly in the driver's seat as they like to make a push for the postseason.
Yeah, and like we said earlier on, the Knights have really shot themselves in and out of games based on their threes. And lucky for them, as of that last quarter, those threes are finally dropping consistently.
You've mentioned it so many times. NC has lived or died by the three here this season. The 5th most threes made of the calendar year. Shallow set to inbound just right in front of us. With 10 minutes left in this one. Here's Venditelli. Bell on the wing. Here's Shallow. Over for Venditelli. Over for Omar Bujak in the corner. Screen set. Having to pass. Here's Strawn. Strawn driving in. As we'll get a jump ball. It'll go in favor of the Bruins. Had a good defensive possession out of the timeout.
Niagara not able to get a look they wanted out of that set.
Here's Caller. Over for Vinta. Back with Caller. Brown Francis put up from 3 and in. Caitlin Caller knocks down the 3. And Sheridan within 15. Venditelli looking for Shallow. Strong. Back for Shallow. 10 on the shot clock. Shallow spins. Looking for some help over for Bell. She'll try the deep 3. It's short off the hands of Blair, and now a chance to run with the Bruins. Here's Caller. Picked off by Shallow. What great patience and timing. Shallow. She'll put it up off the window, and no good. Nearly got her own offensive rebound. And now here's Griffith. Caller on the wing. Bounce pass into the paint. And a good cut out of Blair. A quick 5-0 run in this fourth quarter.
Venditelli lost it there on the inbound. Luckily, the ref did not penalize her for that.
Here's Venditelli. Driving in out in the corner. Bell wide open for 3 is pure for the 5th year from Niagara Falls. Caller kicks out for Vinta. Back with Caller. She'll try the 3 in response. It's no good. Shallow with the rebound. Here's Shallow getting the pass from Venditelli off the window and can't finish.
Just a little strong.
Now here's Vinta, defended by Venditelli. Open for 3 was Caller. Elected not to shoot. Iverton Stewart makes the 3. Sheridan has it within 13 in this offensive fourth quarter. Venditelli puts it up with the left, and it's no good. Rebound brought down by Brown Francis. Caller into the paint, and now put up with Blair, as that'll be 2 free throws. Sheridan on a 8-3 run to start this fourth quarter with a chance to cut the lead down to 11. Blair, a 56% free throw shooter as she makes the first, shooting 2 of 2 from the stripe here today.
A lot of Sheridan's points coming from down low this evening.
The second is no good. Bujak gets the board. And now here's Venditelli.
Now, if you're the Knights, maybe you might want to slow it down.
Omar Bujak looking for Strawn. The mismatch in the paint. As she gets called for the travel.
She does not agree with that one.
We got number 6 coming in for Sheridan.
It'll be Leverton Stewart on the inbound. And a chance to get it down to single digits. Leverton Stewart. The open three is up. Bouncing around, no good. Rebound brought down by Straw. Nearly lost it. Vandatelli lost it for a moment as it's poked out off the hands of Leverton Stewart. 16 on the shot clock. Bell telling her troops to slow things down. Here's Vandatelli. Shallow. Looking for Strong. Back out for Shallow. Screen set. Omar Bujak puts up the three. It's no good. And now here's Richards. Chance to run. Leverton Stewart couldn't hold on to it. Bounce pass into the paint. Put up. No good. Rebound brought down by Bell. Here's Strong. Shallow open for three. And it's too strong as the rebound brought down by Vandatelli. Bell calling for the screen. Thought about the three. She'll take it. It'll be too strong off the hands of Omar Bujak.
She almost corralled that one.
As we'll see, Aaliyah Pereira will come back into this game. Here's Caller. Into the paint. Here's Blair. Blair from her knees passes. Shallow nearly gets it, and it's thrown off of the leg of Caller. It'll be NC ball with a little over 5.5 left in this third quarter. It's in now with Shallow.
Knights in a bit of an offensive downturn the last couple minutes.
Looking to break that here as Shallow couldn't quite hold on to it. Here's Vandatelli. In the corner, Lexus Bell open for three, puts it up. It is no good. And now here's Vinta. Vinta running in transition. The floater is no good. Rebound picked up by Blair. Third chance picked up by Richards. No good. NC finally able to get the rebound as the full court pass is intercepted by Vinta.
Not a turnover you want to make.
NC forcing it a little bit. As the official will say, Brown Francis stepped out of bounds. As Coach Columbus will use her first timeout of the half. A good one at that, MJ. NC was up by as many as 18 in this fourth quarter. And Sheridan within shouting distance, down here only by 12. NC's only scored 3 points in this fourth quarter, thanks to Lyric Shallow.
Yeah, no, the Knights last quarter did a great job of attacking the rim, getting shots up and picking up fouls. This quarter, they are back to putting up those missed threes.
NC shooting 7 of 29 from downtown here in this one. As we'll take a look at that open three from Lexus Bell, who in this one has been very, very solid. 2 threes made, 12 points, 4 boards. Vandatelli with 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Had a double-double against Redeemer in mid-November here at home, looking to get her second double-double at the Simply Financial Athletic Center. She'll need 2 more rebounds in just under 5 minutes' time. Here's Shallow. Quickly inbounded. Now here with Strong.
See if Coach Columbus has adjusted the nice offense coming out of the timeout.
Venditelli takes it, drives in. She'll get called for the offensive foul. That'll be her 4th.
You got to wonder now if she's going to take a seat for the next pair of minutes.
Coach Columbus discussing that with her assistants. She'll put the trust in her first-year guard from Niagara Falls. Bounce pass into the post, rejected by Brown on Richards. Richards passing and just picked up. And now here with Brown Francis, no good. Venditelli will box out her opponent just to let that one go out of bounds. It'll be Sweetie Volsey Champagne coming into the game.
Beneditelli now taking a seat. Coach Columbus electing to save her last foul for near the end of the game.
Volsey Champagne with 4 points in this one, including that and one earlier on in this one. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left. Here's Pereira. Volsey Champagne in the corner. Sweetie kicks out for Shallow, open for 3. And it's too strong. Rebound and is brought down by Shallow. Strawn with the push shot, no good. Gets a rebound, puts it back up and in.
Breaks the slump.
NC now up by 14. Open for 3 is Vinta. It's Strong off some hands. And now here with Strong.
Here are the Knights. You don't need to put up a 3 this possession.
Into the paint here with Brown. Pereira wide open for 3. It's
what
in.
Do I know?
Going right against MJ's word, Aaliyah Pereira knocks down her second 3 of the day. She's up to 12.
Reverse commentator's drink in action right there.
At the top of the key, Brown Francis. It's kicked out now here with Vinta. Free throw line jump shot bouncing around, no good. It'll stay with NC. Up here by 17 with under 3 minutes to go. Quick trigger off the out of bounds play. It's brought down by Shallow.
Bruins with all their fouls to give.
Shallow breaking that pressure. She'll back things up. Here's Sweetie trying for that handoff as it's turned over. And Pilar on the breakaway will lay it up and in. As Strawn a little bit shaken up for the second time here today. As we'll see Venditelli come back into this game, 2 rebounds short of a double-double. Lyric Shallow, 1 board short of her own. Here's Venditelli. Over for Omar Bujak in the corner for 3, no good. Pereira is trying to get that offensive rebound. And now Vinta running in transition. Here's Cowler. She'll try the runner, no good. And the rebound brought down by Venditelli. Shallow in the paint. Beautiful pass up for Omar Bujak through contact. It's good. And now NC up by 17.
Omar Bujak with the N1. You got to think the Bruins got to start fouling now if they want to have any hope of getting back in this one.
It'll be a timeout for Coach Lopez after the N1 from Omar Bujak. As long as we don't see fouling like we saw from that Mohawk game from a couple of weeks ago.
A very interesting coaching decision down the line in that game.
what was it, down by 14 with 10 seconds left. They're still fouling.
I believe the coach was perhaps sending a message to his team for that one.
The men's slate about to start in just under 2 minutes time. This one being led by Lyric Shallow, 16-9. Vendatelli, 11-9. Pereira, 12-6. Lexus Bell, 12-4. As there's Coach Columbus instructing her troops, the former player at Brock University and the assistant coach at Western in the OUA, making her way over to the OCAA. It'll be one shot for Omar Bujak from the stripe. Has only attempted 4 this season, converting at a 25% clip.
Not only do the Bruins have to start fouling, they got to start putting up some real fast threes.
It rattles around. It's no good. The board brought down by Richards. Now here's Vinta. Laverton Stewart. Defended by Volsey Champagne. Vendatelli top of the key. Into the paint. Now with Blair. It's off the window. No good. And brought down by Pereira. She'll get fouled.
Not sure why the Bruins tried to get a half-court set initiated there.
It'll be a foul on NC.
Both teams far away from the bonus.
It'll be side out. Now here with Brown Francis. Inbounded in. Good hands by Volsey Champagne. A 3 on the shot clock. Gonna have to put something up here. Callard from deep. And she puts it in. Now here's Vendatelli. Over for Shallow. Shallow drives in. Out for Omar Bujak. The up fake. Spin move gets rejected. And now here's Callard. Off the hands of Vendatelli. And it's played there by Pereira. Aaliyah. Fake pass. Thought she got fouled.
I think Coach Lopez is perhaps looking to let this thing run its course.
Pereira here to inbound as she looks for Shallow. Quick pass for Omar Bujak, 15 on the shot clock as the rebound picked up by Vendatelli. There's her double-double as they run it here in transition. Here's Vinta. And she kicks out here for Callard. Just made that 3 a few moments ago. And good hands there from Pereira. Here's Vendatelli. Spin move up with the right. Through contact, Omar Bujak wanting that jump ball. It'll go in favor of NC. And barring a miracle, NC is going to pick up the victory and split this season series against Sheridan. And at the end of the day, they will be the 8th seed in the Western Conference. It's put up no good. Rebound brought down by Flair. Richards loses it. It'll go with NC with 31 seconds left.
With this win, the Knights are going to break their losing streak.
NC had lost 4 games in a row before this one. As Pereira nearly lost it. We'll pick up the over and back. Surprised she just didn't let it go, considering the clock. Regardless, NC 20 seconds away from breaking their 4-game losing streak. They'll be on the road in Kitchener against Conestoga on Saturday. And then on the 14th, Fanshawe makes the trip to the Simply Financial Athletic Center. And that's going to do it. NC picks up the 71-51 victory against the Bruins. Emma Vendatelli with 11 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Lyric Shallow, 1 rebound shy of the double-double, 16 points, 9 rebounds. Aaliyah, 12 and 7. Lexus, 12 and 4. A group effort, MJ. Every single player who came into the game for NC recorded at least 2 field goals. And Asia Strawn quietly with 6 points and 12 rebounds. It was a dominant performance by NC as they look to make the push for the postseason.
Yeah, I think if you're Coach Columbus, you're happy with your team and hope this momentum carries itself forward.
NC shot 8 of 32 from 3, 30 of 81 from the field, 37% from the field, had 20 offensive rebounds, 50 rebounds in total, had 21 points off the bench. Make sure you're here in about 25 minutes time when the NC Knights men's basketball takes on the Bruins. My name's Alex Vandenhack. He's MJ Graham. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in about 25 minutes time.